Good day, dear grade 7 learners. I'm teacher Jeff and welcome to my virtual class, TLE Cookery Grade 7. For today's topic, for quarter 1, module number 2, our title is Maintain Appropriate Kitchen Tools, Equipment, and Paraphernalia. The objectives for this lesson are the following. Number 1, select various types of chemicals for cleaning and sanitizing kitchen tools, equipment, and paraphernalia. Clean and sanitize kitchen tools and equipment following manufacturer's instructions. Number 3, use cleaning tools, equipment, and paraphernalia in accordance to standard operating procedures or SOP. Maintain kitchen tools, equipment, and work areas. Before we dive into our discussion, I'm gonna have a question for everybody. Is cleanliness important in the preparation of our food? If your answer is yes, you are correct. Our health matters. To have a healthy body, we should not only be particular with the food that we eat. Rather, we should also take consideration of the cleanliness of our environment, the kitchen, and materials. These are the utensils that we use for food preparation. If you are preparing the food, it is vital that the clean and hygienic process must be followed. The safety of the food that we eat also depends on how the person prepares them. Now, this is why you have to learn the proper ways of cleaning and sanitizing. The tools and equipment that we always use for food preparation. Okay, I would like to emphasize cleaning and sanitizing. These are the things that we're going to learn today. Okay, now moving on, let's learn more about cleaning. What is cleaning? Cleaning is the process of removing the food and other types of dirt from the surface, such as this, a glass, or a pan, and this is done with the use of cleaning agent. Okay? Now, when you're cleaning, you must use a cleaning agent. And what is a cleaning agent? A cleaning agent is a product that contains chemical or chemicals which remove the food, dirt, oil, or other unwanted substances. All right. Now, basically, there are four categories of cleaning agent. Number one, detergent, detergents. Sorry. Number two, solvent cleaners. Number three, acid cleaners. And number four, abrasive cleaners. Now, what are detergents? These are used to wash tableware and surfaces, okay? These products can penetrate quickly through the dirt, okay, and soften it, okay? Now, I have here an example of a dishwashing liquid that we often use when we are washing our plates and other utensils, okay? This one is very popular, okay, in our country right now. Okay, and they have a tagline saying, sa isang patak, kayang sebong sangkatutak. Okay. So right here in this picture over here, you can see that uh, a person is washing, okay, the plates using a dishwashing liquid. All right, moving on to the second cleaning agent, solvent cleaners. Now, what are they? And how we must use them? We must use them periodically on surfaces where grease are deposited or they got burned on. Okay, as you can see in this example, all right, the burner is surrounded, okay, are surrounded by greases. Okay, so what you need to do here is to use a solvent cleaners or degreasers, okay, so that you can soften it and then at the same time, after quite a while, you can remove them easily. All right, so these are the use or this is the use of solvent cleaners. Okay, one use of solvent cleaners. Now moving on, We also have number three, acid cleaners. All right. These are used to remove mineral deposits. Okay. And one example of mineral deposit is what you can see on this picture over here. These are what you call water scales. Okay. So as you use the water from our faucet, these minerals are deposited around the faucet. All right. So what you can do is to use an acid cleaner to soften it and then remove it. All right. So of course you're going to use uh those cleaning agent. Okay, the one that I mentioned a while ago, the acid cleaner. Okay, so you can use it together with abrasive cleaners. Okay, like this, or abrasive tools. Okay, which is like this. All right, over here. All right. So abrasive cleaners are used to remove heavy soil accumulated on the surfaces that are hard to remove by detergents. All right, like bleach. So the good thing about the bleach when you use bleach, Clorox, okay, Zonrox, you can also use them to disinfect. All right. So especially right now, we are having this pandemic all around us. So we can use this to disinfect our surroundings. Okay. So you cannot only use them around your kitchen, you can also use them to disinfect other things. Okay. Okay, moving on. Okay, we're done with the four categories of cleaning agent. Let's now go on to sanitizing. Okay. Now, these two, cleaning and sanitizing, they are really married to each other. Okay, they are married to each other. So they go hand in hand. Okay. It's very difficult for you to clean and then you don't sanitize when it comes to food preparation. Okay, so these two goes hand in hand together. All right, so after cleaning, you have sanitizing. So what is sanitizing? Sanitizing is the procedure done after washing. Okay, it is done to reduce the number of microorganisms that have not been removed after cleaning to a safe level. Okay, when you clean, you only wash those dirt that mostly or basically that are being seen by your naked eyes. But when you talk about sanitizing, you're going to remove those unseen microorganisms. Okay? You cannot see these microorganisms. All right? It's very difficult to see it with your naked eye. So sometimes, or most of the times, we forget to sanitize. All right. So that's why today we're going to learn that. Okay, now what are we're learning them? I mean, right now, I'm going to discuss to you the two methods of sanitizing. Okay, number one, use of heat method. Number two, use of chemical sanitizing solutions. All right, let's talk about use of heat method. Okay, there are three ways on how to use heat for sanitizing. Okay, basically there are three methods. Okay, there are three ways. Sorry. First one is steam, second one is hot air, and number three, hot water. Okay. Now, in steam sanitizing, the surface is exposed to steam. Okay, just like what is in the picture. Okay, the man here is holding a machine which emits steam. Okay, and the temperature of this steam is 170 degrees. Okay, now you're going to steam the surface for about 15 minutes. All right. Now, if you change the temperature, if you will make it higher to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, also you must only expose the surfaces for only 5 minutes. All right. Now, moving on, we also have hot air sanitizing. Okay. In hot air sanitizing, the hot air is applied to the surface of 180 degrees Fahrenheit for 20. Now, for you to be able to sanitize using hot air, you must have this machine. So, okay, this looks like a uh, dishwasher. Okay, wherein it looks like a compartment wherein you are going to put your plates, spoons, or utensils, and then you're going to cover them so that it will be locked and tight, so that the air or the hot air inside will not come outside or will go outside. All right. So first thing you need to do is, of course, plug it up. Okay, and then after you plug it, you must turn this switch on. Okay, switch it to 180 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And voila! After 20 minutes, you're finished sanitizing your utensils. And next one is what you call hot water sanitizing. Okay, what you need to do here is you just have to soak the utensils, okay, in hot water. Okay, so the temperature must be about between 171 degrees to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so soak the utensils for about 30 seconds. Okay, and voila, the microorganisms or bacteria will die. All right, now furthermore, chemicals that are used for sanitizing are as follows. All right, I've listed I have listed them over here. First one is chlorine. Second one is iodine, and the third one is quaternary ammonium compound. So basically, among these three, the most common chemical that we use is chlorine. All right. So basically, chlorine can be found in the water, okay, in the tap water that we are using. And also iodine, it can also be used and be mixed with water, of course. All right, so for the treatment of water and quaternary ammonium compounds, this one you can observe them in you know wipes that we have. They are most commonly used there. All right. Now, moving on, we have here the advantages and disadvantages of using chemicals for sanitizing. Okay, the advantages in using chlorine, first, it's very effective. Okay, and generally, it's inexpensive. You can buy 1 peso per one sachet. So, and then after that, you can mix it up and make a solution, chlorine solution. So you can use it for disinfection. Now, another advantage is that it is not affected by hard water and salts. It can be often used on a wide variety of bacteria. All right. Now, what are if there is an advantage, there are also disadvantages. Okay. If there are advantages, there are also disadvantages. Now, it can be corrosive and irritating to your skin. Okay. Effectiveness decreases with increasing pH solution. pH solution. Okay. It weakens when stored and when it is exposed to light. All right. Now, it loses effectiveness in the presence of organic matter as well. All right. Now, if you're going to use chlorine solutions, okay, this is the proper way. So 50 parts per million in water between 75 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 seconds. All right. So you're going to soak your I mean, you're going to use this one for 7 seconds only. Okay, next one is what you call iodine. Okay, so 12.5 to 2.5 parts per milliliter in water at least 75 degrees for 30 seconds. Okay, you're going to soak your utensils here for 30 seconds. Now, what are the advantages? Now, it forms brown color that is indicative of a general germicidal strength. All right. So basically, you will see that it is affecting it. Basically, you will see if it's what you call the if it is working, because you will see brown colors, okay, on the water, in the water. Okay, it is not affected by hard water salts. Okay, it is less irritating to the skin, like chlorine, and the activity is not lost as rapidly as chlorine in the presence of organic matter. Okay, disadvantages. So, bacterial effectiveness decreases greatly with an increase in pH. All right, pH. Okay, level. Less effective against bacterial spores and bacteriophage. Okay, viruses that infect and replicate bacteria than chlorine. Okay, next one is should not be used at temperatures greater than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So if it's higher than that, its efficacy rate will become low. It will decrease. Okay, it may discolor equipment and surfaces. Okay, so it may cause stain if you use iodine. All right, number three, quaternary ammonium compounds. Okay, up to 200 parts per milliliter in water at least for 30 seconds again. Okay, just like iodine. Okay, quaternary ammonium compounds are non-toxic, odorless, and colorless. Okay, non-corrosive and non-irritating. Okay, this is stable both on heat in presence of organic matter, active over a wide pH range. Okay. Now, what are the disadvantages? It shows in the destruction of it's very slow, sorry. It is very slow in the destruction of coliform and psychrophilic organism. It is non-compatible with anionic detergents and hard water salt. Not effective against bacteriophage. Okay, these are the disadvantage. Okay. Now those are the chemical solutions that we can use for sanitizing. Okay, now what now now having discussed those chemical solutions that we use for sanitizing, there are three factors affecting the chemical sanitizers and their efficacy. All right. Number one is what you call concentration. Okay, if you put very little amount of sanitizer, the harmful microorganism will not be reduced. On the other hand, if you put too much of it, it can be toxic and dangerous. All right. So number two, temperature. Generally, the chemical sanitizer work best in water between okay in a temperature between 55 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And then another factor is contact time. All right. You must remember for the sanitizer to really work, the cleaned item must be in contact with the sanitizer, either heat or chemical, for the recommended length of time. Okay. Remember, for chlorine, 7 seconds, iodine, 30 seconds, and then quaternary ammonium for 30 seconds. All right. So you must expose them. All right. Now, moving on, we're done with the discussion for cleaning and sanitizing. Okay, as I told you, they go hand in hand with each other. Now, this I'm going to discuss to you now the manual dishing procedures. All right. So, if you are finished using your kitchen utensils, if you finish eating or preparing the food, this is what you're going to do. First one is what you call actually we have 5 steps, okay, in manual dishwashing procedures. Okay, actually we have two kinds of dishwashing procedures. All right, first one is manual and then the other one is automatic or with machines. All right, let's discuss first the manual dishwashing procedures. Okay, first one is you are going to scrape and pre-rinse. Okay, when you say scrape, you're going to remove the dirt on the surface of the plates, for example, then you're going to put it in trash bin so that when you soak it into the water, you can keep the water clean for a longer while. Now, second part is what you call wash. So in this part, you're going to use warm water, all right? So the temperature, basically, if you have hot water, the temperature must be 110 degrees Fahrenheit to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And a good detergent. So you're going to wash it out, okay? You're going to scrub the surface of the utensils or plates that you're cleaning, okay? Next one is rinse, okay? When you're rinsing, you must use warm water, all right? So that you can easily remove the detergent and the grease. Okay, and sometimes you need to rinse, most of the times you really rinse uh your plates or utensils in number of in most number, okay? In most number of frequency, okay? You can rinse it 2 times, 3 times, or depending on you. Okay. Uh, Basically, okay, when you rinse, you may use a bowl or you can use a running water instead, all right? So after rinsing, you are going to sanitize, all right? After cleaning, you're going to sanitize. Okay, you can place the utensil and tools on the rack and immerse them in hot water at a temperature of at least 170 degrees for 30 seconds, all right? And then after that, after soaking them, you're going to drain and air dry. All right. So avoid using towels because you might contaminate the utensils or tools that you have already sanitized. So there are chances that your towel has some microorganisms or bacteria on it or in it. So you must avoid. No? So you must only let your tools and uh, utensils air dry. All right. So that is for manual dishwashing procedures. For mechanical dishwashing procedures, basically they are almost the same. Okay, first thing you need to do is to scrape and pre-rinse, and then after that, arrange the dishes on the rack so that the dishwasher spray will strike all through the surface. Okay, you're going to put all the dishes on into the dishwasher. Okay, then you're going to run the machine for a full cycle, and then you need to set just like what I have shown you a while ago. All right, set the machine, uh, the you're going to set the temperature and then the time. All right, you need to air dry the dishes for the last part. You need to air dry and inspect the dishes. Do not touch food contact surfaces, okay, such as the glass rim or plates middle. Okay, now when you say food contact surface, okay, basically this in this part, the food are being placed, all right? So basically this one touches your mouth as well. All right, now moving on, and additional information. Okay, we have this called three sink cleaning program. Okay, this three sink cleaning program is basically, as you can see, there are three sinks here, and three sink cleaning program is commonly used in restaurants. All right, so basically they have press press scrape, and then sink 1 you're going to wash, sink 2 you're going to rinse, and sink 3 you're going to sanitize. All right, so you're going to soak all what you have rinsed into a hot water, and then after that you're going to air dry them. Okay, so you're going to place your dishes in an organizer. All right, so you're going to drain them and you're going to let it dry, you're going to let it air dry. All right, so remember, don't use any towels. Okay, it may contaminate the dishes that you have already sanitized. Okay, now there are general kitchen cleaning tips that I would like to leave to all of you today. Now, first one is Make sure to wear protective clothing while cleaning, particularly when using chemical products. All right, so you must use gloves, if you have goggles, okay, masks, so to avoid any unpleasant odors. All right. So number two, always follow the manufacturer's instruction on the chemical products that you buy. Okay, at the back of the label. Okay, for example, this is the front part at the back side of the product. You can see there and you can read there the directions of the manufacturers, how to use it, and the proper measurement and how to mix it with water. So be mindful about it. Okay. So next one is keep the area you're cleaning well ventilated as much as possible. The windows are open, and then there's a proper circulation of air so that you will not be able to inhale a lot of chemicals. All right. If last one, if you're using chemicals for cleaning and sanitizing, make sure to test it first using a small amount to avoid any damages to your equipment. Because some of the chemicals that just like what I mentioned a while ago, it may cause corrosions or it may stain your equipment. So be mindful about it. Test it first. All right. Okay. We're done with our topic for today, but before we end, let me just, let me just have a question for everybody. All right. I want you to think and answer this question. Okay. First one is what is the difference between cleaning and sanitizing? Okay. Now, in your piece of paper, you can write down your answers. All right. Okay, second question that I will leave to you today is what are the chemicals used for sanitizing? Okay. All right. Now, this is the end of our lesson for today, and I would like to thank you very much for listening. Okay. And I would like to see you all again next time. All right, if you have any questions or queries, just comment down below, okay? And I'll be happy to respond to all your queries and questions, okay? Thank you very much and see you again next time. Goodbye.